Ladies and gentle cars, my name is Farkle8000, and welcome back to the fifth competition, the April competition in 2026 for the Diecast competition series. This is part 2 for round number 1. We're going to be going from, I think, like race 43 all the way to race 76 in this video. If you did not see the first half of round 1, I suggest you go and check that out, because some interesting storylines came up. The competitors who are currently advancing are on your screen now. A good amount of NASCARs and a good amount of very strong competitors currently advancing. Before we get into the racing, though, I gotta remind you of this right here. We've got 5 brand new rookies running at the very end of this round and of this video. And so, without stalling any further, let's get to racing. We kick off part 2 of round number 1 of the 5th competition, dubbed the April competition for the Diecast competition series in 2026, from right to left, with 55. Hyper Ice, Patriot, and Abstract. And it looks to be an even start. Maybe Abstract pulling ahead through the angle. A bounce there for Hyper Ice, though they're still 4 wide onto the flat. A bounce again for Hyper Ice, and it looked like it was between Abstract and Patriot. 4 wide. Who takes the win? Patriot takes the victory. Hyper Ice bounces his way into second place. Abstract falls to third. Man, it looked like Abstract had that thing in the bag from start to finish, but then through the angle, I guess he lost a little bit of speed, and then onto the flat, lost even more speed, falls to third place. We have 55 in fourth. Abstract, I mentioned it, fell to third. Hyper Ice somehow holds on to finish second. Patriot will advance to round 2. Next up, we've got 156. Salty, AE, and Splitter. And a note right here, looking at the starting lineup for this race, Salty's running in reverse. Salty has had a very rough start to this season, had a great end, second half really to last season. He's been struggling so far this season, so I don't know, let's see if running in reverse will help him at all. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Salty beginning to pull ahead. A wobble there on the side of the track. Onto the flat for Salty. Still on the side of the track as he takes the victory. Did not have a single challenger that entire race. AE comes home in fourth. Splitter comes home in third. 156 comes home in second. But Salty on the side of the track comes home in first. That looked like a race from last season from Salty. That was impressive right there. He has been struggling this year, and he switches to reverse, and all of a sudden he's a contender. Again, I mean, what is happening? How is Salty so cracked at going in reverse? I mean, he is incredible. He is, I mean, look out, Tomater. Salty is the best backwards driver there is. Next up, we've got Pixel, Fangs, High Tech, and Punker. The outside lanes are rookies, the inside lanes are veterans, and it looks like Punker is taking a page out of Salty's book. Punker in lane number 4 has also chosen to run in reverse. And it looks to be maybe Punker with a slight lead through the angle. Fangs flips on his roof as Punker still leading. Pixel is right there, but Punker is going to be able to hold on to take the victory. It's a rookie 1-2 finish, and at the beginning I said High Tech was a veteran. He's actually a sophomore. This is his second year of competition. And then Fangs comes home in 4th place. Punker, I said he took a page out of Salty's book right there, running in reverse in this race. I did not realize that also meant taking his speed as well. A rookie 1-2 finish. Punker takes an impressive victory. Backwards is clearly the way to go right now. Next up, we've got rookie Cutlass, Sprint, Wallace, and Mock. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Cutlass and Mock in the lead. A wobble there. Sprint falls behind. It's Cutlass slightly in the lead of Mock as they cross the line. Mock will come home in second place. The rookie Cutlass will take the victory. Sprint will just show absolutely no speed in this race. Will come home in fourth. Wallace will come home in third. Mock, I think he needs to try the backward strategy. He started the year really strong, had a very strong start to the season in the January competition. He won the All-Star New Year's tournament, but since then it's been a large struggle. So I think in the next competition, he's got to start trying to go backwards. Cutlass right now, I think she can keep going forward because she's been having a great season so far, taking a relatively solid win right here, just barely getting the win ahead of Mock. Next up, we've got Rev, Department, Emerald, and Gamera. And it looks to be maybe Gamera with a slight lead. Maybe Rev falling back. A bounce there for Department. Gamera pulls to the lead. Rev is there. A photo finish as they cross the finish line right there. That was super close. Gamera will be credited with the victory. Rev was right there the majority of the race. Actually, sorry, not the majority of the race. He fell behind early, didn't he? I remember saying that, but Rev clearly proved me wrong seconds later, as through the angle he drawed even with Gamera, just could not close on the victory. Emerald comes home in fourth, Department in third, Rev in second, Gamera takes the win. Next up, we've got Lickety, GM, Virtual, and Rookie Batmobile. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe GM in the lead a little bit, wobbling there through the angle. Lickety all over the place. GM bounces a front-nosed wheel as he crossed the line. And did Batmobile close? It was very tight. Batmobile will have to settle for second place. GM holds on to the win. Lickety will come home in fourth place, just got all out of shape, coming towards the flat, just could not hold his speed. Virtual, currently top 10 in points, a third place run right here is not ideal. Batmobile, your winner of the preseason rookie races, coming home in second place right here, was so close, but GM was able to hold on and takes the win. Next up, we've got Rescue, the Bug, Rover, and Flames. And it looks to be maybe Flames with a slight lead early. Rescue falling back. The Bug now sideways. Same with Rover coming to the flat. I think maybe Rescue as the Bug snuck by Rover. That was an unbelievable finish in a wild race, but who takes the win? The Bug. The Bug is able to hold him off. Man, coming through that angle, both the Bug and Rover both got sideways. Rover impeded Flames enough so he couldn't sneak by, and Rescue tried to pedal it, tried to close, but unfortunately onto the flat, just could not get there as the Bug bounced and kind of inched ahead a little bit further. The Bug slideways will get the win, just barely ahead of a hard charging Rescue. Next up, we've got Purple, Polar, Custom, and Beetle. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Polar definitely falling back, bouncing there as Custom pulls to the lead. Purple trying to close, so is Polar, but Custom will take an easy victory. Who got second? Purple will take second place. Beetle kind of started with the lead, unfortunately fell back as the race went on. Polar comes home in third. God, you want to talk about a bad season? Polar was top 15 in points last year. He is, I think I just looked, he's like 140th in points or something right now. He's having a major struggle of a season right now. Purple will come home in second place, but it was not even close to Custom. Custom was in a different league. He's the one who takes the win. Next up, we've got Mobile, Smithfield, Money Lion, and Strip. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Strip slightly in the lead, but now he bounces, gone on the side of the track as Mobile pulls to the lead. A front-nosed wheelie for Smithfield as they were 4 wide as they crossed the line. I think Mobile, no, Money Lion is going to be the one to take the victory. Money Lion was just kind of right there as the race went on, snuck through, stole the victory last second. Strip comes home in last place after nearly DNFing it. Strip comes home in 4th, but he was no match for the NASCARs, who come home in 3, 2, and 1, headlined by Money Lion. Next up, we've got Nightmare, Sprinter, Rookie, Hurricane, and Carrera. And it looks to be Carrera with a good lead early, bouncing there for Sprinter on the side of the track into Hurricane. I think Carrera got the win ahead of Nightmare, though it was super close as they crossed the line. Yes, Carrera is able to hold on, led from start to finish, and takes the victory. The Rookie Hurricane unfortunately comes home in last place. Sprinter getting off the track after the angle right there really slowed him down. Sprinter comes home in 3rd. Nightmare sneaks through the chaos, but cannot catch Carrera. Next up, we've got Rookies 4-2, Stables, and Ambition with the Veteran Racer. And it looked, Ambition gets caught at the start line, already off the track behind the pack. Stables off the track as well as 4-2 takes an easy victory. Stables will hold on to 2nd place. Ambition will cross the line for 4th, but that is a tragic result right there. Ambition comes home in last place. Note to self, Ambition cannot fit in the middle lanes. He will get caught. It looks like he's got some flared out rear wheel wells, so that's probably why he got caught. Racer will come home in 3rd. Stables will hold on to 2nd place. 4-2, your winner of the March competition, technically guaranteed the championship, but so far has been having a relatively rough season, gets the win. Next up, we've got Jeep, Johnson, Orange Liner, and Ladder. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Johnson falling back, a wobble there for Jeep, as here comes Johnson through the middle, passes Orange Liner onto the flat, and Johnson will go from last to first to take the victory. Ladder comes home in 4th. Jeep wobbled through the angle, fell to 2nd. Orange Liner took over the lead, and then it didn't look like he made any mistake. It's just Johnson hit the nitro button, stormed through the middle, and will take the victory. Next up, we've got Throwback, Base, Evolution, and Blocker. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Throwback falling back, a wobble there for Base, a little on the side of the track. 3 went onto the flat, 3 wide as they crossed the line. I think Blocker was ahead most of that race, but who's ahead at the finish line? Base will take the victory. Throwback, an uncharacteristically slow race from an NASCAR, will come home in 4th place. Blocker, I said, led that entire race. It looked like he was the one leading onto the flat and across the line. He comes home in 3rd. Evolution sneaks into 2nd place, and Base, who started the season with a DNF in the very first competition, will take the win and advance to round 2 once again. Next up, we've got Speeder, Club, Exalta, and 1. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Speeder slightly in the lead, a wobble there for the middle lanes, as now Speeder inches ahead. Maybe Club gets him at the line, but it was extremely close between lanes 1 and 2. Club and Speeder, who wins? Speeder will hold off the hard-charging NASCAR just inches ahead. The entire race, Club nearly got to Speeder. Looked like Speeder almost led that race from start to finish. Maybe wasn't leading at the start, but onto the flat, he nearly loses it. Exalta will come home in 3rd. Club in 2nd. 2 NASCARs immediately behind your winner. Next up, we've got Horseplay, Ream, Snake, and Shooter. And it looks to be maybe Shooter with a slight lead early. Ream falling back. A wobble there for the middle lanes. As now Horseplay takes over the lead. It's tight at the line. But Horseplay will take the victory. Shooter falls to last place? What on earth happened? He was leading. He had a great launch. And then through the angle, in through that like transition section coming towards the flat, it looked like he held on to second place. Something happened, I guess, when he came onto the flat. Snake sneaks into second. Ream, I think it was Ream. I saw someone flip on his side. Comes home, holds on to second place as Horseplay steals the victory, or I guess takes the victory, because I mean that was impressive. Next up, we've got Kurt, rookies, Sushi, and Roger with another veteran, Netspin. And it looks to be maybe Roger with a slight lead. Now Sushi takes it over. Big bounce, nearly flips as Roger takes the lead. Sushi in the air once again as Roger, I believe, yes, will take the victory ahead of Netspin, and a heartbreaker right there for Sushi, who comes home in third place, was leading, coming through the angle and then bounced big time. Very well done to stay on her tires. Same with Roger, who also bounced big and then unfortunately lost speed, and then coming onto the flat lost even more speed. Comes home in third place. A rookie will finish first and third. NASCARs fill the spaces and continue to impress. Next up, we've got 3. Interstate, Copo, and Shifter. And it looks to be lanes 1 and 3 inching ahead. Now Copo flips on his roof, and here comes Interstate through the middle. Almost, maybe even did beat Shifter at the line. An extremely close finish. Interstate does take the victory. And another very impressive run for the NASCARs. Your early leaders, Copo flips on his roof, comes home in 4-3, loses speed as the race goes on, comes home in third. Shifter comes home second place, and another NASCAR. This one is Interstate, will advance to the next round. Next up, we've got Patrol, Dodge, Rookie, Huckster, and Kyle. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Patrol in the lead, now got up on 2 wheels. I think still leading onto the flat sideways as he crossed the line. And it looks like the pieces are very, very wrong. Coming down onto the flat, Patrol was leading the race, but then slid and got sideways. And looking at the finish line results here, it shows, I think, Dodge winning the race, and I think Dodge finished last place. So let's take a look back at this race, find out who takes the victory. There's the start of the race right there. And look, yeah, Dodge falling well behind Patrol, nearly irked right there. And yeah, there's the finish. So let's see, onto the flat once again. Yeah, Patrol, I think, will take the victory here. It definitely looks like that as he crosses the line right about there. And oh yeah, Patrol definitely takes the win in this one. It looks like Huckster winds up in second place. And then you can still see Dodge relatively far behind. And I'm hearing those will be the results. And so it took us a second to figure things out. Thanks, Patrol, for making things complicated. But Patrol will go on to take the victory. He's one of the New Yorkers who advanced to round number 1 in the very first competition of this season. So he needs every point he possibly can to stay out of last territory. Dodge will officially come home in last place. Kyle in third. The rookie Huckster in second. Patrol takes a complicated victory. Next up, we've got Turbo, Sylvia, Moto, and Comic. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Comic slightly in the lead. A wobble there for Sylvia. Kind of got on the side of the track. Too wide the outside lanes. And a photo finish across the line between Comic and Turbo. I think Turbo, with the run, will indeed take the victory ahead of Comic. Comic kind of had the lead that entire race. It didn't look like he made many mistakes. I guess maybe a slight wobble through the angle and then another one onto the flat. Turbo has had a very rough last couple of seasons. A win right here is excellent for him and his confidence. He should be up there fighting for a top 25 spot. He's been like 80th the last couple of seasons. Next up, we've got Diablo, Quattro, Sean, and Otto. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Quattro slightly in the lead. Now a wobble there with Diablo. It looks like Otto draws even 4 wide. As they cross the line, it looks like Diablo gets the edge by the pieces, and the officials agree. Quattro led that race relatively early. A slight wobble through the angle, but so did Diablo. And it allowed everyone to close up. I guess a slight wobble again onto the flat causes him to lose the victory. Quattro, a heartbreaking second place. I've been saying that a lot lately, but that's just the nature of how this competition has been going. And it's Diablo getting the victory. Next up, we've got Rookie Nyx, Catapult, Confetti, and Tootsies. And it looks to be maybe Confetti with a slight lead, but quickly gets overtaken by Nyx. Now Confetti off the track into Nyx, and NASCAR's pass, and Nyx will be forced to settle for third place. A close fight between the NASCARs. Maybe Tootsies takes the victory, and oh, look at this. I don't know who took the victory, but it looks like Nyx is furious with Catapult, and I can't blame him. Nyx had a very strong chance to win this race, but through the angle, Catapult got off the track and in to Nyx. Nyx, the rookie, furious with the veteran. Oh my goodness, it's still going. Had Catapult on his roof, now both on their wheels, still getting into him. Nyx and Catapult going at it right now. And hey, look at this! Venom getting in the middle of it. Venom still around, though still not racing in the series. Around his authority figure, getting in the middle of this fight. And that's good, because I'm kind of scared what would have happened. Nyx, a very fiery competitor right now. And it looks like it was Confetti taking the victory. We have to put Venom between Nyx and Catapult to make sure they don't butt heads. And thankfully, though, he was able to finish. Didn't end up like Symbol was in the All-Star New Year's tournament, where he just got caught and DNF'd. Luckily, they both finished, but the NASCARs will finish 1-2. Confetti takes the win. A note before we head on to the next race, I've just been informed Nyx so furious with Catapult after that last race that he has gone to go stay in a different garage. Nyx supposed to be on the very bottom. He is choosing to stay on level 2 in the repair shop section. But now, next up, we've got Rookie Flash, Elliott, Rookie Cupra, and Pace. Elliott in lane number 2, going in reverse, probably trying out the Salty route. We saw Salty go backwards earlier, drastically improved his performance, but Elliott's top 5 in points right now. I don't think I would risk it right now. Obviously, he's going to try it, but I would have Splitter try it instead. They're both the same design. I don't like this decision by Elliott, but let's see how it works out for him. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Pace in the lead. A wobble there. Elliott on the side of the track. Same with Pace. Flash sneaks by both of them to take the victory. Elliott will come home in second place. Getting on the side of the track right there. First time running in reverse. I questioned if it was a bad idea, and I feel vindicated right now. Getting on the side of the track, getting into Cupra. Cupra has the right to throw hands right now because he got blocked by both Elliott and Pace and comes home in last place. Unfortunately, the rookies bookend this race. The Flash, I think, is top 10 in points, having a quietly really good season, takes the victory right here, is probably going to pass Elliott because, I mean, let's be real here. Elliott going in reverse in that race without having Splitter test it first was a terrible idea. Next up, we've got Plymouth. Rookies, Sperling, and your points leader, Tracker, and Tire Pros. And it looks to be Tracker and Plymouth with a slight lead. Sperling falling back. A wobble there for Plymouth. Coming onto the flat. Flips on his side. And might have taken the victory. I think Tracker, though, on all fours, will indeed take the victory. Plymouth, if he had stayed on his tires, I think Tracker would have had a much harder time taking the victory in that race. That was super, super close. Tire Pros comes home in 4th place. Another rare last place finish for a NASCAR. Sperling will come home in 3rd. First time on the grade track. Struggled a little bit, so definitely some learning he has to do there. Plymouth flips on his side, holds on to 2nd place. Your points leader, Tracker, lost a good chunk of points after the last race. Gets the win here and tries to gain them back. Next up, we've got Pennzoil, Hoverstorm, Stunts, and Rookie Steven. And it looks to be maybe Steven with a slight lead early. Hoverstorm falling back, wobbling back there as Pennzoil draws even with Steven. I think Pennzoil might have stolen the victory from the rookie. He does indeed. Another NASCAR heartbreak. Pennzoil comes out of the middle of nowhere and drives his way to the front of the pack. Unfortunately, the rookie falls to 2nd place. We've got Hoverstorm in 4th. Just a really slow race for him. Stunts in 3rd. The rookie, heartbreakingly, comes home in 2nd. Pennzoil will steal the victory. Next up, we've got Missile, 30, Lightning, and Benz. And it looks to be a good start there for Benz, leading through the angle on the side of the track, now on his roof, as Missile takes the lead, tight between Lightning and Benz. What? Benz is gonna DNF? How? What? Oh my goodness. Did he do what Base did in the first competition? I kind of stopped paying attention to him, as when he flipped on his roof, I paid attention to the fight for the win. It looks like Missile takes the win, but how on earth does Benz DNF? Oh my god. What the hell happened? We gotta go back. Take a look at this race. There's the start of the race. Benz flips on his side. No, he avoids the gray piece. He's on the side. Oh my goodness, what did he clip? He hits something and flies out of control. There's the start of the race once more. He flips right here, misses the gray piece. He's in his lane. Oh, you know what? I think I know what he hit. And this is all the fault of the Diecast competition series. Yes. Yeah, that's, yeah. Benz got hung over the side of the track. Now, had it not been there, I have no idea what would have happened. However, Benz gets off the track and hits the track weight, holding the track in place, flips out of control. Now, had that weight not been there, it's possible that Benz hits the finish line and DNFs anyways. that I am speechless. I have no words for this. I was not expecting this at all. Oh my goodness, Benz was, I would say, the best performing New Yorker this season out of the four who advanced to round number 2. In the very first competition, he was up there. He was holding his own. This DNF is going to make things a lot closer. I think York is still going to be at the bottom, but this wreck right here could really shake Ben's confidence. A shocker right here. Ben's DNF's missile will beat Lightning for the win. Next up, we've got Valvoline, Pegasus, Mahindra, and Rookie. And second place in points, Rally. And it looks to be maybe Rally with a slight lead early. A wobble there through the angle as the NASCARs, maybe Valvoline draws even with them 4 wide as they crossed the line. And I think Ben's got swallowed. He did. He falls to 4th place. Valvoline and Pegasus pass him for the victory. The sophomores will take the victory as NASCAR continues to look impressive late in this competition, or late in round 1 of this competition. Rally, second place in points. I said that Tracker lost a ton of points in the last competition because of where he was eliminated in that competition. Well, where Rally is getting eliminated in this competition, we're either going to have a new second place competitor, the biggest points lead we've seen all season, or both. Valvoline takes the win. Next up, we've got Baseline, Discount, M3, and Symbol. And it looks to be maybe Symbol with a slight lead early. Discount falling back. A bounce there for Baseline. Draws even with Symbol onto the flat. Close as they cross the line between the outside lanes. The veterans going at it. Baseline beats Symbol. Man, Symbol had control of that race the whole time. Baseline then bouncing through the angle. I thought Symbol had this wrapped up, but Baseline just hit the gas and stormed to the front of the pack. That new second place competitor I just mentioned could be Baseline, because he is having one of his best career seasons right now. Currently sits, I think, 3rd or 4th in points behind Rally. And so Baseline getting the win right here is super, super important. Next up, we've got Johnny, Roadster, Zinger, and Tara. Roadster in lane number 2 is a sophomore. Johnny in lane number 1 is a rookie who has been running since competition number 1. Zinger and Tara are also rookies, but this is their very first competition. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Johnny slightly in the lead. A bounce right there as Roadster, I think, maybe falls back as Johnny wrecks across the line. Tara comes in a little bit late. I wonder if he got caught up and almost wrecked across the line as well. Johnny holds on to take the victory. A lot of carnage coming down in that race. It looked like Roadster was falling back late. Clearly, I'm wrong, as she comes home in second place, nearly got the victory in this, and I'm hearing that I have to go take a look back at the replay of the race. So let's go and do that here. There's the start of the race right there. Gosh, it was so close the whole time, bouncing right there. And, take a look at lane number 4 in this race. Brand new rookie, that's Tara. A slight wobble right there, but onto the flat, hits the weight, the track weight, and nearly does what Benz did. Tara, though, on his tires, probably helped him be able to finish. He had a little bit more control than Benz. Tara nearly DNF'd his very first competition. He still finishes the race, though. Finishes in 4th. Zinger in 3rd. Roadster in 2nd. Johnny I think is also top 5 in points. So Rally could go from second to like 4th or 5th in the standings. This is the final race of the second part, or really of the entirety of round number 1 of this competition. It is a 3-car rookie race, all of them competing in their very first career competition. From right to left, we've got Aztec, Bibendum, and Carbon. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Carbon ahead in the lead. A wobble there. Bub is right there onto the flat. An inch ahead there for Bibendum. And it was extremely close. Who takes the win? Carbon will be credited with the victory. It really looked like Bibendum got the win right there. Inched ahead onto the flat. But it looks like he just unfortunately was not close enough. It just kind of looked that way. Aztec comes home in third, Bibendum in second. Carbon takes the victory. And here is your 76 competitors advancing to round number 2. Finally, round number 1 of the 2026 April competition is done. And man, oh man, I have a lot of thoughts exiting this one. Let me start. God, where do I start? Let's start with this. You might have noticed that there were a lot of races that featured NASCAR in them, and that was intentional. NASCAR, at least from my POV right here, was unbelievably strong. I really like the speed out of them, and I feel like one of them's got a great chance to win this competition, but NASCAR was extremely strong. I also noticed that a lot of our veterans were really strong too. I'm looking at T-Rex Destroyer, maybe, Pursuit. I mean, Cruz finally had a clean race, so sky's the limit for him. Dual Fueler is in the mix. Chomps, a winner, past winner this year, is in the mix. Demon, your defending series champions, in the mix. And Baseline, I really like that speed out of Baseline too. So possibly him. And I would say Johnny as well. Granted, Johnny's not a veteran. He is a rookie, but I would point out Johnny to be a contender, but he almost DNF'd. At the end of that last race, he almost pulled a Benz, which I'm still speechless from. Oh my god. And so I don't feel like I can trust Johnny after that race. And, I mean, speaking of, Patrol got through by the rubber on his tires. He was so close to DNFing as well. Ooh, but who wins this competition? It's a toss-up from this group, but round 1 complete, and man, I have more questions than answers right now. It is a crime that I didn't mention Salty in my results reaction. To be completely honest with you, I forgot about him. I completely forgot to mention him. Though I really like his speed, I liked it in the moment, I really like it now, and so with that out of the way, that's gonna do it for us today. Let me know in the comments below if you think the competitors I pointed out have a chance at winning this competition. A very, very strong group of competitors. I have a feeling it's going to be a NASCAR or a veteran. There's just that type of feeling, you know? Really, it could be anyone. Let me know in the comments below if you think the competitors I picked are correct, or if you have anyone else who you have in mind who could come up and take this competition victory. While you're at it, like and subscribe as well. And we'll be back eventually for round number 2 of this competition. Again, subscribe down below if you do not want to miss the rest of this competition or even the rest of this season. It's going to be a late run one. 2026 is probably going to finish mid 2027, but this has already been a very fun season, so who cares if it goes just a little bit too long? And so, until then, until next time, my name is Farkle8000, and we'll see you later.